Try not to panic as we roll into week 8. We're going to be looking at the busts from this week's matchups. Those guys who flatlined in your lineups that you're pissed about. We're going to talk about those players, their circumstances, what to do going forward, and everything else. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going deeper on the waiver wire than anybody else on YouTube. We already got videos out for week 8. We'll have more tomorrow, and we'll go deeper by the day. We're doing deep dives on all the trending players, and we're going to help you set your lineups by doing matchups, looking at how fantasy points can be scored in those games, and then also by doing player rankings. Click that button. Stop missing out. Ric Flair's watching. You do not want to disappoint Ric Flair. This week, the story was the quarterback position. We got a lot of guys yanked. We got some quarterbacks hurt. And now things are going to get weird in fantasy football because we're going to have to deal with some backups. Starting off with the Dolphins. Tua got yanked. This does not mean he's going to be yanked forever, but he got yanked, so he may not be back. But he could be back. I'm guessing he'll be back. Quinn Ewers came in. It was nasty against the Browns. This is a situation to pay attention to. He has not been good. 6 interceptions in the last 2 games. And then on top of that, he's only got 2 games without an interception. He has no games. He has 1 game without a turnover. Like, he's all over the place. This Dolphins team is all over the place. His coach might be getting fired. There might be some changes coming up. This also affects Jaylen Waddle because he wasn't getting it done. It was against the Browns, but the quarterback play was horrendous. Darren Waller banged up. Now we're looking at this Dolphins team. Looks like it's rolling over. Looks like we're going to have a new coach sooner than later here. Looks like we're going to blow it up. Tua may not be a Dolphin for long if you're looking at this for Dynasty. There's a lot of questions here, and we might be rolling over for the rest of the season. I would be scared if I have to rely on him. Most people don't, though, in traditional 12-team leagues or smaller, but this is a quarterback that has to funnel it to pass catchers. Jaylen Waddle looks like he was in a situation to go blast off with Tyreek Hill there. Now we got to change at quarterback potentially, or just Tua coming back. But still, this is something to monitor. Devin Etienne seems like he's fine. Bryce Young, ruled out, got banged up. Now we're looking at Andy Dalton. But the thing about this, he might be out for a bit, and we're going to have to shuffle the chairs here. He might be back sooner than later, but this is another injury we got to monitor. Most of you guys weren't starting Bryce Young. Some of you are playing matchups with him. He was a quarterback streamer, but he is struggling to hit 200 passing yards every single game. He only surpassed that once this season. So maybe this team does need to change anyways. Maybe they just need that because he's not hitting more than 200 yards in any given game except for week 2 against the Cardinals on the road. Maybe they need that change because his superpower is throwing a pick and then lighting it up in the second half. Maybe this is better for T-Mac because it's not like getting less than 200 yards, which your starter can't get any worse than that anyways. Maybe that's better. Now we're looking at this. We're looking at T-Mac here. That's who we're worried about. And the thing about him in preseason with Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton would target him when he was covered. He did not care. He would just sling him the rock. We covered the Browns-Panthers game live on the channel, and we were covering Andy Dalton, and he would just sling it to T-Mac. I think T-Mac's at least going to still get his volume. He could be volatile, but we'll have to see. Justin Fields, the Jets, Breece Hall, just set it on fire. Just set Breece Hall on fire. Like, I do not know if you can ever trust Breece Hall due to the quarterback play. The game scripts are going to be rough. Breece Hall is not trustable right now. I'm worried. I can't drop him. Like the thing, you can't drop him. You can't trade him away unless you get very creative because the value's here now. The value's here now. Justin Fields, done. He's done. He struggled to hit 100 yards passing in 2 games. I've never seen that before with a starter. That is rough. And these are matchups here. One of them kind of rough. Other one a little bit advantageous against Carolina coming in. And we're not getting the rushing production that was advertised over the last few years. Justin Fields is done. He's going to be a backup for the rest of his career. And that's it. Geno Smith is cooked. He is cooked. He might be back out there after the bye. He might, but we might be seeing Pickett. And Pickett's cooked. Maybe Pickett can get back on track to where he was at Pitt. He's never fired at the NFL level. That's one thing we can say about him. But Geno's cooked. This offense totally might be cooked. They got road dogged in this game. He can't throw it deep. He can't push it. Prior to that, he was throwing picks left and right. And now he's a shadow of himself after those games where he got road dog against the Bears and then throwing 2 more picks against the Colts. And then that game against the Titans. He's a shell of himself right now. He's not playing to where he was at in Seattle. He started off okay in week 1 and then things went off the rails. He's done. He is cooked and the Raiders are going to be volatile. Maybe he needs Brock Bowers back healthy. Maybe that's the issue here. But again, he is cooked. Alvin Kamara. It's Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler came out and threw 3 picks in this game, which is the second game of the season where he threw picks. But we were waiting for the unraveling of Spencer Rattler every single week. It came this week. Then we got to the point of the game script where Alvin Kamara should be racking up targets. Not happening. Kendre Miller's out. Volume's not there. This team is volatile. You're looking at the scoring this year. 13, 16, 6, 11, 9, 12, 5. We're not firing. We're not firing. We're getting to the fairway, but jabroni running backs off the waiver wire can hit that. He can hit 12, can hit 11. That is worrisome. And the fact that we're coming off a 3-interception game with Spencer Rattler, we do not know if he's going to get yanked soon. This is not a winning team. They may want to explore Shuck, and that looked horrendous in training camp. This could be a nightmare if he does not get traded. Kyren Williams. This is a bust week for him. 8 PPR fantasy points. I'm not worried about it. This is the first game where he did not hit the fairway. 10 PPR fantasy points or more. I'm not worried about it. We got 12 carries, 3 targets. It was a weird matchup in London. The field was shit. Again, 8 points. You don't want it. But we hit every game this season so far but this game. We got to buy. We got the Saints coming up. Jayden Daniels out with an injury. Hamstring. We got to monitor that. You got the Chiefs on the road. This is going to impact everybody. Jacory Croskey-Merritt's not getting it done. He's hit 3 games this season. Now we're roughed up at quarterback. How are we going to get an advantageous game script for him to cook? How is that going to happen? We had some fumbleitis in week 5 and 6. How are we going to get an advantageous game script for him to cook? Now he's a running back that we're just hoping he crosses the goal line. But Mariota's just throwing picks left and right. Not looking good, throwing hospital balls. You got the Chiefs on the road. They're hot. They were hot on the road. And now they're at home against a broken Commanders team. Travis Etienne has busted 3 weeks in a row. Prior to that, he was hot, but if you look at these numbers, we did not hit 20-plus PPR fantasy points in any given contest. Really, the Carolina game, San Francisco game on the road was very good. The Houston game was just on the fairway. The Cincinnati game, 16.9 PPR fantasy points, which I loved in the moment. But now that I backtrack to that, it should have been more. We should have got more out of that. We're on a bye now, so you're not getting anything next week. That counts for us in fantasy. So there's going to be 4 weeks in a row you did not get anything from Travis Etienne. When you're looking at the touches, 8 rushing attempts, 3 targets, not much work. Quiet in week 7, like it says in the latest news. Travis Etienne hasn't cooked, but the thing about it, we haven't hit in 3 games. Who's going to buy Travis Etienne from you? You can't sell him on the low right now. You got to stash and hold. That just does not work out in trades. Who's going to buy him when you got a bye week here and you got 3 games where you busted and then 1 game out of the last 5 where you did something, because 11 points ain't really much to work with. Yes, I'm a little bit worried with Travis Etienne. This team is sliding a little bit since they beat the Chiefs. That is something to pay attention to. Is it Trevor Lawrence? Is it the coaching staff? Or is it just the rough matchups here? Seattle, you got the Rams. It was in London. Weird-ass game script. Still, got to be worried a little bit. Now you're looking at Odunze. The targets was there. They are always there. 9, 11, 7, 8, 5, 6. Solid targets. We're not firing. We're not bringing in the balls. We got Baltimore on the road in week 8. We got some opportunities in some other matchups here. Odunze still a fun wide receiver to look at. He's getting a good target share. He's getting deep balls downfield. You still got to roll him out in lineups. The opportunities are there. The snaps, the targets, the average depth of target. It's just going to run bad with Caleb Williams sometimes because he's very aggressive with the football. Some of these game scripts are going to be out of whack, but I think he's going to turn it around soon. Outside these last 2 games, 15.7 PPR fantasy points and 31, then 15, 16 was pretty consistent before the bye. Maybe we rack up back to that. Odunze, though, still a start for you, but it's getting rough. Try not to panic on these players. Don't overreact. Don't drop them. but just watch them a little bit. Some of them you still got to throw in lineups. They're still getting work, but it sucks that they've been missing. Some of them just busted this week, but they're fine. Some of them are done. Some of them are cooked. Let me know who busted in your lineup right there in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.